In this video, we're going to take a look at 14 of your favorite stocks, including SoFi, including Google, including the new merger announcement with Warner Brothers and Netflix, Palantir, all kinds of stocks out there. So don't miss out and follow this all the way until the end, because I'm going to set a 10-minute timer to get through all of these stocks. Let's start right now. So first off, we need to take a look at the market. What is the S&P 500 doing today? We have a buy signal on the market. That's great. We have a bullish trend in the market. That's fantastic. And then when we go to market breadth, we can see it's crossed over, getting more and more buy signals, less and less sell signals. And we're getting more and more uptrends, less and less downtrends. It's actually a fantastic market right now. In fact, I am in these 12 trades and I am up 16-ish% in the span of the last week. It has been a tremendous week for me. I hope it has been for you as well. Let's go into the big news of the week. Warner Brothers being acquired by Netflix. So Warner Brothers actually got a buy signal when it was priced around $24.50. And if we look at Warner Brothers right now, $24.50 was a while ago, because now we're up at $26. And it was in a bullish uptrend already, which is what you're looking for. It was getting more and more greedy. The sector, the communications sector, was getting more and more greedy, less and less fearful, with bullish breadth right here. Almost all 9 of 9 on the outlier 9. Now it's right up on this order block right here, and that does give me a little bit of concern, but it really doesn't matter, because Netflix is going to pay whatever Netflix is going to pay to get Warner Brothers. That's what they've decided. And now let's go to Netflix. Totally different story over here. Netflix has been in a downtrend for a while. In FLX, there we go. Downtrend for a hot minute. This is not the kind of stock that you want to be buying. Now, some of you are going to be thinking, well, you got to buy the dip. You got to buy the dip, right? This is turning into what we call the market cycle. Stage 1 is your consolidation. Stage 2 is the big, beautiful uptrend. Stage 3 are where the moving averages start to cross back over. And stage 4 is the big, nasty, ugly decline that nobody wants. So Netflix had this huge move up of about 55-ish%. That's nearly half gone at this point. In fact, let's see how much it has fallen. It's fallen 26%. So basically half of the big move up is already gone. So hopefully you are not holding on to Netflix in a nasty stage 4 downtrend like this, because we got a sell signal way back here on October 23rd, and it's continued to trend down and down and down. Now let's go look at Palantir. Palantir only goes up, right? Palantir to the moon, right? Well, Palantir has a sell signal all the way back on November 7th. It had been getting a lot more fearful, but the fear is kind of starting to wane. It got all the way down at 7 out of 100 on the fear and greed scale. Now it looks like it might start to be crossing back over. Let's go look at the Palantir chart real quick. Yeah, we're really close to having the 10 over 20 price over 50, which that's your bullish trend. We're super close. 10 over 20 price over 50. Really close. We do have this order block right here. Imagine that these buyers are still holding. Once they get back to break even, the trading psychology behind it, what this support and resistance area looks like, is these people are going to want to get out as fast as they possibly can. So this might prove to be some resistance overhead on Palantir. So be watching for the buy signal on Palantir. Next, AMD with the sell signal on November 11th. What's AMD done since November 11th? Not a whole lot. Not a whole heap and helping full of a lot, except go down and down and down. We're right at this area where the 10 is under the 20, price is under the 50, but it's found some ground right here. It's found a lot of support. In fact, you can see this support block being built right here. Now, it is technically still in a downtrend. How long will it downtrend? I don't know, but it definitely still has that sell signal in place. It's getting way less greedy. And even though the tech sector is starting to work for it, the stock itself, not so much. Now, let's talk about that, right? 40% of the move on any stock is through the market. So the market's actually set up really well. It's got a bullish trend, a buy signal, and bullish breadth. 30% of any stock's move is due to the sector. This has bullish fear and greed, getting more greedy. And it has bullish breadth, meaning more buy signals, less sell signals, and it's getting more uptrends, less downtrends. So the sector actually looks really good. The tech sector is great. However, the stock itself in a downtrend with the sell signal and with the fear and greed moving down, the only thing that it has going for it is it has room up to this outlier block right here. So that's the last 30% of your move. Now, that actually is a bit constructive for AMD, because if it's got 70% working for it and only 30% against it, once it starts to settle down, this actually could be a really good launching pad for AMD. Let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia sell signal came on November 12th, similar to AMD. Where's Nvidia right here? Nvidia CEO was on the Joe Rogan podcast a couple of days ago. I watched a little bit of that. I actually turned it off. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you watched it all the way through. He was a bit boring. I was a little disappointed by that conversation, but I'm not disappointed because we only got 5 minutes left to get through all of these stocks, so I need to go a little bit faster. Still in a downtrend for Nvidia, but still it seems to have found a little bit of support right here. The greediness, though, still getting less and less and less, moving towards the fear, even though the sector is helping it out. How about Apple? Apple stock should be great, right? Well, it does have a buy signal, is getting more greedy. The sector's helping it out. It's got 9 of 9. Apple's the best dude on the block right now. Apple is by far the best candidate of any of the ones that we're looking at that I'd be buying today. Let's go on to the next one. How about Microsoft? Microsoft is a safe company, right? No. Remember, all stocks are bad, and only every once in a while do they act right. Microsoft has not been acting right at all since that sell signal came on November 5th. You can see that right here and how far it's continuing to fall with this bearish downtrend. Maybe a little support right here, but this is why we don't buy the dip, because we don't know how far down it's going to dip before it stops dipping and starts coming back up. Let's go to Google. Google is a 9 of 9 in the communication sector. This is not a tech stock. It's at 95 out of 100 on the fear and greed scale, though. So as greedy as it can possibly get is basically where it is right now. That, my friends, is what it looks like when you buy stocks as they're crashing up. Do me a favor in the comments down below. Do you understand why we buy stocks as they're crashing up, not as they're crashing down? Because we just don't know how far down it's going to go. And we don't know how far up it's going to go either. But you sure make a hell of a lot more money buying it when it's crashing up than when it's crashing down. Let's move on. Meta stock. Another terrible, no good, very bad stock that's in a downtrend right now, and we don't know how far it's going to continue to move down from that sell signal a couple of weeks ago. But the fear has bottomed and is starting to turn more towards greed. We still got 3 minutes left. I got all kinds of time for this, right? It's starting to move back up. This is also in the tech sector as well. This is SoFi. SoFi bros for life, right? SoFi bros for life until the CEO unleashes $1.5 billion worth of shares onto the market and the SoFi stock gets monkey hammered by 6%. Now, this hasn't crossed down just yet, but it's going to on Monday when the 10 goes under the 20, price goes under the 50, and that will be a bearish sign for SoFi. And here's the deal, right? I don't want you getting invested in any stock on an emotional level, and I see so many people who are emotionally just dominant into SoFi. I don't want you to do that, right? SoFi has been really struggling in this area right here. Will it push through? It potentially could. But right now, when the company decided to dilute the shares by unleashing 1.5 million shares onto the market, or $1.5 million worth of shares, whatever the case is, that's not going to help you. It's not going to help you at all. So SoFi, not so great. Not so great fi. Robinhood, however, 9 of 9, baby. 9 of 9 on Robinhood. What's going on Robinhood these days? There you go. You got your crossover right there. You've got the buy signals in place. As of today, as of Friday, when I'm recording this, buy signals are in place. Robinhood looks really, really, really sharp. Now, listen, you can get access to this platform. It's only 82 cents a day. If you aren't getting access to this, you're probably not a very happy camper, because a lot of stocks have been really struggling, like Amazon, struggling through this area, still sitting on a sell signal, even though the discretionary sector getting more bullish, more breadth coming through. Amazon itself, not doing a whole lot. And lastly, we still got time to spare. Tesla finishing out with a buy signal, 8 of 9 on outlier 9, getting more greedy. The sector is getting more greedy in the discretionary sector. Let's go take a look at Tesla right here. And yeah, Tesla looks off to the races. No outlier blocks in front of it. So Tesla could be a fantastic buy for you, right? That's 8 of 9. Oh, in fact, it actually... outlier, I think, is still picking up this one right here. But when I look on my charts on TradingView, it looks like it's already closed. So listen, if this was helpful to you at all, outlier is literally 82 cents a day. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these 2 videos, and we'll talk soon.